Good evening, Dr. Monte and fellow students. My presentation will be on James Baldwin.
Well, I know this. Anyone who's ever tried to live knows this. So what you say about somebody else, anybody else, reveals you. What I think of you as being is dictated by my own necessities, my own psychology, my own fears and desires. I'm not describing you when I talk about you. I'm describing me. Now here in this country we've got something called a nigger. It doesn't in such terms, I beg you to remark, exist in any other country in the world.
We
We have invented the nigger.
I didn't invent
I
it.
didn't invent him.
White people invented
White
it.
people invented him.
I've always known, I had to know by the time I was 17 years old.
17 years old.
What you were describing was not me. And what you were afraid of was not me. It had to be something else. You invented it. So it had to be something you were afraid of. And you invested me with. Now that's so.
That's so.
No matter what you've done to me, I can say to you this. And I mean it. I know you can't do any more, and I got nothing to lose. And I know, and I've always known. No. And really always. That's part of the agony. I've always known that I'm not a nigger.
I'm not a nigger.
But if I am not the nigger,
I'm not the nigger.
and if it's true that your invention reveals you, then who is the nigger?
Who is the nigger?
I'm not the victim here.
Victim here.
I know one thing from another.
From another.
I know I'm going to born and I'm going to be, I was born, I'm going to suffer, and I'm going to die. The only way you get through life is to know the worst things about it.
I know that a person is more important than anything else. Anything else. I learned this because I've had to learn it. But you still think, I gather, that the nigger is necessary. Well, he's not necessary to me, so he must be necessary to you. And I give you your problem back. You're the nigger, baby, he isn't me.
James Baldwin was an essayist, playwright, and novelist regarded as a highly insightful, iconic writer with works like The Fire Next Time and Another Country. His essays, as collected in Notes of a Native Son, explore palpable yet unspoken intricacies of racial, sexual, and class distinctions in Western societies, most notably in the mid 20th century America. Some of Baldwin's essays are book length, for instance, The Fire Next Time, No Name in the Street, and The Devil Finds Work. An unfinished manuscript, Remember This House, was expanded upon and adapted for cinema as the Academy Award nominated documentary film, I Am Not Your Negro. Baldwin's novels and plays fictionalize fundamental personal questions and dilemmas amid complex social and psychological pressures thwarting the equitable integration not only of African Americans, but of gay and bisexual men while depicting some internalized obstacles to such individual quests for acceptance. Some dynamics are prominent in Baldwin's second novel, Giovanni's Room, written in 1956, well before the gay liberation movement. I chose James Baldwin so that I could use videos and kind of let him narrate this presentation in the interest of not boring the class. I hope you all like it.
There's a prejudice that at one time was against homosexuals.
At one time.
Yeah, hold on. When it was a criminal offense.
Then
Then that
people started to
people started to
appear to accept.
to accept.
But it comes again now
It comes again
because of
now.
AIDS.
It never went anywhere.
It never went anywhere.
It never went anywhere. People's attitudes don't change because of law changes. I know that. And the homosexual question is like what we call the racial question. Nobody, no man and no woman, is precisely what they think they are. That is where you find it. And you don't know where it will carry you. And it is a terrifying thing. Well, it is the only human possibility, but it's terrifying. And a man can fall in love with a man, a woman can fall in love with a woman. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's not in the province of the law. There's nothing to do with the church. And if you lie about that, you lie about everything. And no one has a right to try to tell another human being who he or she can or should love. That's why people in this country feel. But I can only include what they feel from the state of their institutions. I don't know if white Christians hate Negroes or not, but I know that we have a Christian church which is white and a Christian church which is black. I know as Malcolm X once put it, that the most celebrated hour in American life is high noon on Sunday. That says a great deal for me about a Christian nation. It means that I can't afford to trust most white Christians and certainly can't trust the Christian church. I don't know whether the labor unions and their bosses really hate me. That doesn't matter, but I know I'm not in their unions. I know the real estate lobby is anything against black people, but I know the real estate lobbies keep me in the ghetto. I don't know if the Board of Education hates black people, but I know the textbooks they give my children to read and the schools that we have to go to. Now, this is the evidence. You have to make an act of faith, risking myself, my wife, my woman, my sister, my children, on some idealism which you surely exists in America, which I have never seen.
Here's a quote from James Baldwin, Notes of a Native Son. I don't like people who like me because I'm a Negro. Neither do I like people who find in the same accident grounds for contempt. I love America more than any other country in the world, and exactly for this reason I insist on the right to criticize her perpetually. I think all theories are suspect, that the finest principles may have to be modified, or may even be pulverized by the demands of life, and that one must find, therefore, one's own moral center and move through the world hoping that this center will guide one aright. I consider that I have many responsibilities, but none greater than this, to last, as Hemingway says, and get my work done.
What do you see? Eat of the recesses of your own mind as the future of our nation. And I ask that question in that way because I think that the future of the nation and the future of the nation are linked. They're inseparable. Now, what do you see? Are you essentially optimistic or pessimistic? And I really don't want to put words in your mouth because what I really want to find out is what you really believe. Well, I'm glad and sorry you asked me that question. I'll do my best to answer it. But I can't be a pessimist because I'm alive. To be a pessimist means that you agree that human life is an academic matter. So I'm supposed to be an optimist. I'm supposed to believe that we can survive.
Whatever we must survive.
But the Negro in this country, the future of the Negro in this country is precisely as bright or as dark as the future of the country. It is entirely up to the American people and my representatives. It is entirely up to the American people whether or not they're going to face and deal with and embrace this stranger whom they've relied so long.
Here's another quote from I Am Not Your Negro. The question is really a kind of apathy and ignorance, which is the price we pay for segregation. That's what segregation means. You don't know what's happening on the other side of the wall because you don't want to know.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, man become blessings, and as they go against our skin, become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition enough. Justice for all just ain't specific enough. What's up, the spirit is revisited in us. Doing living, living enough. Resistance is us. That's why we're the side on the bus. That's why we focusing with our hands up. It goes down, woman and man. They say stay down, and we stand up. Stop feet on the ground. The camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up. One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be now the